Well, I don't normally leave a game when it's not over, but we walked out at, I think, around 82 minutes, and Wolves were winning 3-0. What an awful game. You know, we kind of anticipated that perhaps we may not get anything out of this game today, but to come to Wolverhampton Wanderers, a team that hasn't won in the Premier League all season, and to get beaten 3-0 by a team who just showed more effort, more cohesion, more everything. We, yet again, you know, you can't keep saying it was another bad day at the office, because we've had bad days at the office all season round, and this one was probably one of the worst yet, where we can't pass the ball to each other. We can't seem to get any cohesion in our game. We seem to be bereft of ideas. The only changes to the lineup from the previous day were Paqueta and Todibo were injured. So Moyes brought in Somerville and Dinos Mavropanos. And our defence, well, not just our defence, but our whole game today was just awful. We had absolutely nothing to offer, nothing in it. And Wolverhampton Wanderers looked like world beaters against a really, really poor West Ham United side that is absolutely going down with Wolves at the end of this season. We can't raise our game against Wolves. Then who can we raise our game against? There's just no hope, really. Just yet another disastrous result, another disastrous attempt to try and play football. Nuno was being booed. The away fans have begun to turn on him, and there's no surprise there either. We just are one of the worst teams in the Premier League, and that's why we are absolutely going down this season. There's nothing more to say. I can't find any positives in this game whatsoever. There's just nothing for me to be able to cling on to suggest that we've got any endeavour or fight in us to try and get through this, because there was no fight. You know, Wolves haven't won all season, showed a lot more spirit, a lot more effort, a lot more fight. They were fighting for each other, they were playing as a team, they were much more cohesive, and we weren't. We really are a terrible football side, and you know, bringing in players now, my biggest fear was, you know, Nuno's bringing in players to try and galvanise this team, but it's all too little too late now. Pablo must be wondering what on earth he's done to sign for this club. I don't know if we made changes, any more changes. I mean, he went half-time. Second half, Nuno went with a 3-4-3 formation, threw out front with Somerville, Wilson and Bowen, but Bowen and Somerville both just didn't turn up today. Again, Somerville, no end product. Bowen, shadow of himself. You know, he's had flusters of games this season. He's not really had anything on a consistent basis. And if he thinks he's going to make the England squad, then I think he's going to be, well, I don't think anyone's going to be surprised if he doesn't make the England squad, because he's not turned up. But not just him, everyone today has been pretty awful. Where do we go from here? Well, got Nottingham Forest coming up on next week. I can't see us winning that. To be quite honest with you, even that game at home, you know, should be another game that we should be doing really well. But it won't surprise them one bit if Nottingham Forest come and really fight, because they've got something to fight for, whereas we haven't. You know, today, all these must-win games that we've had against the likes of Brighton and Fulham, and today against Wolves, all these must-win games, and yet we've just not done the business. And you know, we start the second half of the season with a defeat against the only team that hasn't won all season in the Premier League, and there's only one way for us, really, and the only way really has got to be relegation, because I just can't see us getting out of this. Really, really awful. So who do we blame? Blame the board for their actions. You can blame the different managers that we've had. You can blame a whole host of players. You can blame a whole host of players and everything, but lost for words, really, to be quite honest with you. I'm trying to find the station while I'm talking as well, but I'm lost for words. I'm just lost for words that we are as awful as we've been. And what next? Relegation, CE Championship, because I can't see any other outcome apart from relegation. I'll come back with a more cohesive roundup later tonight or maybe tomorrow. But as it stands, I don't know how the game's finished, but it was 3-0 when we left against a poor Wolverhampton Wanderers. But then it shows how poor West Ham United are.